welcome to my FlexCord workout. My name is Dwayne. I'm going to take you today through a beginner to an intermediate workout just using the long length FlexCord. So just to start off, we will use the FlexCord just underneath 1 foot, and we're going to step back and just a bicep curl, step forward and do a toe tap. So we're stepping back, sitting down into our back knee is tracking straight down and stepping back up. We just do 5 on this side and 5 on the other. So remember, we just do a nice easy warm up, stepping forward, stepping back. So a light toe tap at the front. We'll just do 1 more. And you can swap. Placing your foot in the center of the cord, stepping back, and we'll just continue. So we come forward, just lightly toe tap or tap the toe at the front. So it's nice and smooth. And then 1 more and just stepping up. The foot either side, we're just going to do a frontal raise and just draw back in. So we're squeezing through the shoulder blades, push out and coming back down. So nice and smooth here, lifting straight up in front, extending back, pushing forward and smooth on the way down. Lift, draw back, forward. So we're getting some work across the top of the shoulders. So with this, remember, we're just getting some warmth into the upper body. So we don't want to do too much here, just keeping it nice and smooth. Straight up and drawing in. That's it. So getting that draw through the shoulders, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top and at the back, and we'll just do 1 more. Pushing forward and coming down. Now we're just going to make a nice circle out and around to the top. So you want to be fairly even with the cord. So just nice, smooth, big circles here. Feel the shoulder blades scooping around. So going nice and smooth, almost like a scallop shape. Just around. So there shouldn't be too much tension. This is probably as much tension as we're going to take on the cord throughout the workout. So if it's too much, just have 1 foot underneath. Remember, we're just warming up, so just keep it nice and smooth. Nice big movements as well. Let's do just 2 more. And exhaling, breathing in, and exhale. Perfect. All right, so just straight bicep curls now. You can bring your feet a little bit closer together and just rotate at the top. Okay, so hands are beside, lift and just rotate. So just nice and smooth. Allowing the cord just to set the height, set the distance you want to go. Remember, we are just warming up. Just getting the body used to the movement. Getting some blood flow into the joints. Enjoying this beautiful day. Lovely weather. I hope it's fine where you are. 2 more. And last one. That's it. Coming down. Now we're going to go to an upright row. So just drawing in, elbows are lifting up and above your shoulders. So imagine you're almost lifting it with your elbows. So you're lifting the cords just straight up to the top. So keeping it fairly smooth here. And let's try for 3 more. 3. So you're almost rotating and just squeezing and activating through the shoulder blades. Last one. Great. Now I'm going to come side on for the next one. We're going to tilt slightly, draw the navel in, knees slightly soft, just lift and extend back. So slide down, so we lift. Remember, we're just getting some warmth into the muscles, that's all. We're just warming up. So think about the muscles that you want to activate. We're squeezing right now, lifting up, just activating the lats, using a little bit of bicep to come up and tricep to extend back. Just keep your chin just off your chest. Get that full extension so it's nice and smooth. Guys, we'll do one more. Lift, extend, in and down. Okay, just coming up now. We will go into a step back lunge. We're going to stay in that lunge to get a hip flexor stretch. And on the same side as the hip flexor that we're stretching and the leg that is back, we will raise that arm up. So cross the foot right through the center. So with this one, we're going to do a hip flexor stretch and also stretching out through the core stabilizers and lat on one side as well. So what we're going to do, step back. Now the leg that you step back with is the arm that is going to go up. So we're pushing up and away, just get that stretch. Come back down, the other side, hand can be just against the hip if you wish, and we lift and rotate out to the side. Just 3 more, lift. So we're getting that stretch through the front of the hip on the leg that's back. Okay, and the arm that's coming up and over is also stretching out through your lat and your core stabilizers. Last one, nice and smooth here, and back up into the center. Bring the core down. We switch sides. Maybe you can lessen the tension by just moving your foot away from the center of the cord. So with this, we step back first, get yourself into position, rotate up. The cord is on the outside of the elbow, opposite hand on the hip, and we reach up and over. So we're really trying to get that stretch through the hip flexor. We're just keeping it nice and smooth. That's it. And we're just going to do 2 more. So you really want to extend out through the heel of the hand or the fingertips. Coming back to the center, step back up, bring the cord down. Nice. For our next exercises, we'll start. So we'll really start now with it's just going to increase the intensity just that little bit more. Place the cords over top of your feet, making sure that they're on. And so we're going to get a little bit stronger now. So the moves are going to get a little bit stronger. I want you to just have your hands just outside the width of your hips and a little bit of tension just on the cord. Coming up and under, and just a nice easy squat. That's it. And then drop down. So it's almost a reverse curl into a squat. It's a simple move, just nice and smooth, down and pushing straight up. So you want to get into the heels. So we're using the heels to press into the floor or into the ground. Up, down and rise. So keep your core nice and tight as well. In, down, up. That's it. So it's a reverse curl, so you're getting into forearm, down and rise, So we'll aim for about 15 to 20 reps of this one. So you really want to start to be feeling fatigued by now. So you lessen the depth of the squat, okay, if you're fairly new to this exercise. Just keep it nice and smooth. 4 more now. So just 4. It's all about control. 3. Just 2 more. 2. And last one. Holding it there, bringing the cord down. Okay, so one of the warm-up moves that we used was the upright row with the drawback through the shoulder blades and rhomboids in the upper back. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to lift up, squeeze your shoulder blades together at the back, come in, and then slide down. So you're going to feel that right through the top of the shoulder, still into the forearms. Set your cord up so you're balanced. Let's go. Up, squeeze between the shoulder blades. So that's where you want to focus the attention. That's where you should be feeling it. Keeping it nice and smooth. So depending on how much height you're getting out of the cord, it's going to depend how much tension you can put on it. So the closer you have your hands, the harder it is then to squeeze the shoulders and upper back or the blades together. So let's do that again. Up, squeeze, in and down. We had a beautiful breeze here before, now the breeze is gone. Even though it's still in the morning, it's still pretty warm here. Okay guys, let's do 4 more. Up, squeeze, in and down. That's the way. And release. Beautiful. So now we're going to come down to the mat. I've got the benefit of using the wall. If you do have a slight step or a park bench or a box that you can use, it's just going to make this next move a little bit easier. But you don't need it. I will show you just on the ground. Coming down, we're just going to go into box section. So with the box section, we're going to work through our posterior chain. So we're working through our glutes, our hamstrings, and up through erector spinae or the lower lumbar back. So you want to engage all those muscles. Heel of the hand just on the inside of the cord. Okay, so you set the tension, bring your hands back a little if it's too much. And we want to try, and beginner option is just to extend out and push back, bring the knee in and place it down, okay? And then we can extend the other side. So ultimately, you want to be pushing your heel right up to the sky. Just lifting it up, bring it in, try it again. So we're just alternating the sides, keeping the core braced and trying to keep the back as flat as we can. So feel the focus on the glute. Intermediate is you just come slightly off the ground, okay? So a lot more core in this one. It's also a lot harder on your arms. Otherwise, stay on the ground and push back. But that's a way to progress the movement to that next level. And back in nice and smooth. 2 more on each leg. So we're extending out, coming in. And last one. Perfect. So that's posterior chain. We're going to go into an ab where we will work posterior chain as well. So coming with me, I may just turn this way. So we want to lengthen out, make sure you've got some room around you. Okay, and we've got tension on the cord. Head can come down, back stays nice and flat. And all we're going to do is just lift the legs. I want the legs to go nice and straight, arms out. So we just center, arms straight up. So base move is just to lower the legs, but keep the navel down and then lifting back up. Okay, so you can point the toes if you need to, making sure the cords aren't going to come off. So if you want to increase the intensity of that, you just extend away. Okay, so you don't have to go far, but you can feel just how much more tension that puts through the back. So we keep the navel drawn down. So we're lifting back just like that. Okay, trying to keep the arms nice and straight. Yes, you can have a slightly soft elbow. Once again, we're working posterior chain. Just keep it smooth. Perfect. So it feels weird, it's like a reverse curl. Normally you would be working anterior or the front through your core, upper and lower abs, hip flexors a little. But this has just reversed it and back up into the center. All right, coming down, we're going to sit up. I want you to reach just a little bit further down your cord with the toes pointing straight up, heels out, legs nice and flat. All we're going to do here is draw back, okay, so the elbow leads. So you want to have enough tension that you can feel it on the cord, and we lift, we pull and rotate to the side. Just drawing back through the back and to the side. So we're working across the muscles through the back. You'll feel this a little bit through your quadriceps or the top of the thigh. So it's good if you can pull these out to full tension, and then you're working isometrically at the end of that movement. Still keeping the legs straight and always having tension on the cord. Four more, guys, just two more on each side. And one. Great stuff. Okay, so for our next move, we're going to do a scissor leg working inner outer thigh. This will get just rolling back slowly, setting up, hands just lightly around the cord. Lock your hands just into your hips or press your thumbs into the side of your hip. Okay, and we're going to just scissor first, and we're taking, morning. Hello. and we're taking our legs in a semicircle. Okay, so semicircle all the way around to the top and back around again. So you really feel this one through the legs, and great for hip mobility. So big, you might get a few clicks. Just keep it nice and smooth, trying to keep the legs as straight as you can. Remember, your option, you might only be down here, so keeping it nice and low, or if you can, you're trying to extend right up to the top. Just keeping it nice and smooth all the way through. We just need 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it together and sitting up. Woo. All right, that's a good strong move. Coming up now. There's no graceful way of doing that. But with this next one, we're going to work on our balance as well. So we're going to tilt. So as we tilt, we want to extend. This one is working unilaterally through the body as well. So you're working both sides and opposing. So we're going to do one leg at a time. So start this one off. Starting this next move, bring your hands in fairly close together. Okay, so you don't have too much tension. You have less tension in the cord. We're going to work on our balance, stability, plus posterior chain as well. So everything from the back of the shoulders all the way through the back, glutes, hamstrings, quads from the leg that we're balancing and standing on. So get your balance. As you start to tilt, I want you to start to draw away. So the side that you're drawing away is the side that you're really feeling it. Now, base move is just to tilt and keep the arms straight down. Come back to the center. So remember, if you're extending out, you're going to really feel that. Come back to the middle, reset. So we're just going to tilt, tilt, and extend. So that's your intermediate move. You increase the tension, just take your time with these. So this is intermediate move now. They're getting out nice and long. Remember, your base move, beginner move, it's just a tilt. And just keep the arms pointing straight down to the ground. Just slowly changing the weight, getting your balance. You're still putting tension on that leg and on that side. So you're getting the tension through the core as well. But really focus on trying to keep the body nice and straight. Okay, so this is the base or beginner level. It doesn't matter, even if you can't tilt far, you are still spending the same amount of time balancing on that leg. So we'll do a couple more intermediate with the full extension, coming back in. It's not easy. Really working on that balance. Let's do 2 more, guys. 1 more on each side. Full extension out. And nice and smooth. And coming back in. Great. Nice big shoulder rolls. Perfect. So just reset your shoulders again. So next, we're going to, I want you to crisscross the band. So this one's going to feel a little bit weird. All right, so I'm going to do a side leg raise, really working through the muscles on the outside of the thigh, all right? Inside of the opposing leg thigh, hands fairly close together, shoulders back and down, standing up nice and tall, and we're just going to extend out. So alternating the side. trying to lift straight up, keeping your toes pointing straight ahead, and the foot flat when it comes back down to the ground. Now, if you want to increase the intensity, hold higher, okay, and you will feel more intensity. You're activating the muscles in the upper body. But here's the thing, you may not be able to go as far as if you're doing it from here. So remember, you're trying to activate the muscles outside of the hip when you're doing this one. We're getting there. Oh. Just trying to keep it nice and smooth. That's the way. So nice and smooth throughout. And just one more on each side. And hold. All right, so for this next one, we're just going to need one hand through the center of your flex cord. We're going to start out nice and wide. Now, this, we're doing a bicep curl to a shoulder rotation, okay? So we want to rotate to the side. So you get a strong bicep curl, rotate, push away. Keep your feet pointing straight ahead. It's a beginner or intermediate. If you're doing the beginner move, just do the bicep curl with the rotation. So team, we've just got 4 more on this side. It's your base move again. Or coming right up, rotate. So you're getting that wonderful stretch through the front. And let's do one more, last one on this side. Perfect. Let's try this side. So the opposing side, reset. You want to keep your feet pointing fairly much straight ahead and a nice wide stance as well. So it's the bicep curl, base move, rotate. Okay, so you're rotating around, trying to get the rotation through the shoulder and the upper body. Add that bicep curl, rotate. If you want to increase it, you add the bicep curl to the shoulder press and rotate, coming back through the center. 7 more. Keep the feet nice and wide, and that way you'll work through the outside of the thigh as well, and you're working on your pelvic region, okay, so through the hips, getting that rotational strength through the core. Extend and back. So remember your base option. Last one. Extend back to the center and down. Good stuff. Okay, now we can focus on the lunge. Turning side on, long stride. We're just going to do a static lunge with an upright row. Okay, so with the static lunge, we're coming straight down, lifting up and down. So you're wanting, the cords are wanting to twist you around, so you're working across your core to keep your arms straight in front. Have a little bit of tension between the hands as well. So it's just a static lunge, upright row, and down. Pushing out. Okay, base move is to come down and do this. So you've still got the rotation, you've still got your body pointing straight ahead. but it's putting stress on that outside arm and also working through your core. Just like that. 4 more. 3. Remember, or you're going to the lunge as well, adding the lunge. Last one, and coming back up. Step back in, reset. We do the other side. So stepping back, nice and long. Get your balance, of course. So the cord wants to just rotate to here. You're actually got to try and hold it out to here, which is great because it's putting extra tension on this side. So you're using your core, your obliques are already drawing across. So we hold that. So you can increase the tension by reaching further down the cord. So by doing that, let's go into this one here. Start with intermediate, and then you know your base move. Let's drop down and pushing straight up. Whoops. Make sure you get your balance. Let's start with the base move, which is we drop down into a long lunge. You don't need to go too deep for this one, and upright row. So you got to try and keep that arm that's in front on the side in front and in line. Okay, so if you want the full move, come up, come down, and sitting back. Okay, so nice and smooth, pushing right up through the front heel, lifting up underneath your chin to the top of your shoulders. Let's try for 3 more. 2, and last one. Straight up, rotate back to the front, release and remove. So taking the cord off. So to finish off, we'll just stretch to cool down and prepare our bodies for the rest of the day. Let's do that. Placing the cord down in front and out of the way. We're just going to rotate, drop down, lift up. If it's too much, just drop the knee gently on the ground and reach right up through the side and release. Coming back up, switch to the other side, either coming down to halfway and reaching up and over, or dropping that knee if it's too much, but still getting the stretch out through the lat, pushing the hip forward to get the hip flexor, and release. Come back up, step back, and team will just do a roll down, walk out into cobra. So we're going to roll down, lifting up through the navel, all the way down, rounding out through the spine, just walking your hands carefully forwards, dropping the hips, lift up through the chin and chest. And then I want you to come right back up through the center. Push the heels down and back as you push your head down through your shoulders. So trying to V-shape your body. You're getting a good stretch out of the calf and Achilles. Then we come back down, come forward, and just bring one foot forward and drop the hip. Getting a good stretch out of the inside of the thigh. Now the hand that is closest to that foot that's in front, lift and really push the hips forward as you lift and extend out through the arm. Back to the center, reset, coming back, other side. So foot comes right forward, drop the hip down, getting the stretch through the inside of the thigh of the front leg. Reach that close hand up, reach it right around, and then coming back to the center, feet down, lift the glutes, walk your hands slowly back into your feet, just trying to keep your legs nice and straight, and rolling all the way back up to the top. Nice big shoulder rolls backwards and forwards. Take your arm across your chest, lengthening out through the fingertips, and just try and draw the tension out of the rear of the shoulder and the upper back. Release. Other side. So super important to always, when you're working out, to do a warm-up. Doesn't matter what level you're working at, always warm up the body. It's to prepare the body for a workout. Do the workout and then prepare it afterwards as well. So cool down. Last 2 stretches, reaching up and over, hand down between the shoulder blade. Just draw the elbow down, get a good stretch out of your tricep. Other side. And release. Now I want you to take your hands out nice and wide, big breath in, fill your lungs and push all the air out, put your hands together. Thanks so much for joining me. Go and have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you guys again. Ciao.